say. Choke me like you hate me, but you love me. Low key, wanna be when you fuck me, touch me.
Alright, enough tunes. Sorry, Geeky, had to do it to you. What's up, everybody?
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm still scrubbing at 3 speed.
3-speed scrubbing, no worries. Don't worry about it too much. Maybe Geeky.
Yeah, I know.
Geeky, if
I'm
you
also-
somehow autistically remember when Ryan Dawson said, I used to hang out, John McAfee was fun to hang out with. He used to hang out with his uncles all the time. It was at the beginning, maybe like a quarter of the way through, something like that.
Wait, are we live now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. Why isn't the Discord overlay working? You fucking piece of shit. Well, it'll figure itself out. Alright.
Was this on a recent stream of Dawson's?
This was 2 days ago, right?
I didn't know I used to hang out with him, or was he being, like, just Ryan? More importantly, was he being, shit, what's he call his drunk personality? Rydall?
What? Who even knows?
Yeah, Rydall.
Are you a Ryan Dawson respecter, Joe?
Yes.
We're about to shit on him a little bit.
There's a lot of respecters that have been turned in the past few days. And could be you
That's
could
true.
be one
We
too.
might turn you, bro.
So, I look at him, it's a very loose comparison, but I will say, I look at him like I look at Alex Jones. With Alex, I think he's done a lot of general good. But with Ryan, I do think he's not crazy. The difference is I look at him and like he does have very long, tedious, drawn out podcasts, but that's because he's a huge historian to a degree. But I think he's done a lot of good. He's made a lot of videos that have made a lot of people wake up and pay attention to things that maybe they weren't paying attention to.
Yeah,
Same thing with
on that.
Alex.
Ryan Dawson has a plethora of knowledge on conspiracy theories and all that stuff. He does a lot of research, and that's what he talks about in his streams. And a lot of people don't have time to do the research, and he is a great aggregator of that kind of information. So I will give him that. He's really good at he's really good at retaining that kind of information and rehashing it out so that it's digestible for everyone else.
Yeah, he's very good at that. Now, with that said, he's had a few hot takes before where it's been like, don't know if I agree with that. And I guess in the same way that Alex has. Like, sometimes Alex gets a little bit too lost in
the sauce.
The same. I mean, yeah. Kind of like Eddie Bravo, where he'll get like a little bit too deep sometimes. And you're like, I do agree that, there are things going on in life that we should pay attention to, but I think you're hyper-focused on one or two things, and I think overall you're missing the forest through the trees.
Oh, why the
and you're
fuck
so
are we in
focused
the green
on one
room?
thing.
Oh my god, I'm like, the Discord overlay's not working.
Yeah, dude, that's why I didn't know we were live yet.
It does get, like, lost in the tedium, though, a lot. Alright. Much better. All is right with the world.
Okay. Yeah, I just think Ryan has a big personality, and I think thinks he's a little, how do you say, he's a little too big for his bridges. I think he's a big spurg, and he exaggerates on some things because kind of has a high opinion of himself, and I think he thinks he can get away with a lot of that. But once he gets called out on it, he resorts to really pathetic tactics, like saying other people who disagree with him are just simply low IQ.
That is the worst rebuttal you can have is to come at someone and be like, well, I have a bigger brain than you, and you're like, like really, like just present the evidence and just be done with it. Like that's all I want you to do. That's what
It's
you're known
essentially
for.
raising your voice in an argument. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So you guys are, I guess you guys are way more up to speed because I'm way behind on this. So what's been going on with? I know we touched on it last episode to a degree. So what has been going on with
Shit, I guess
Ryan?
we should find the fucking clip, right? I know Ethan posted
Yeah.
it. Alright, what do I want to do with this? I want to make this.
Is
width.
BamBam a kill stream follower?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I've
would say
been following for probably over 3 years now, 3 or 4 years.
So I have the same question for most people who say things like that. When did you pay attention to Ethan, and what was the initial thing that kept you coming back?
Well, it's kind of hard to say. I think probably the 2016 election had a lot to do with my kind of political transformation. You know what I mean? I feel like lines are drawn in the sand, and a lot of my friends and people I associated with started alienating um, other opinions and other people's thoughts, and so that kind of drove me away from the left. Let's start with that. Also, I was living abroad. I didn't watch a lot of TV, and so I just decided to start using YouTube. I watched a lot of Medicare,
Hell
and
yeah.
Medicare told me about the Ethan Ralph show. So I started watching the kill stream, and it seemed like a really fun place. This was right about halfway through Internet Bloodsports saga, and so I caught the tail end of it, which was pretty fun. And yeah, I've been a fan ever since. It's kind of like my way to reconnect with back home. You know, living in a foreign country, and you don't really meet a lot of people who kind of think the same as you. And I felt like a lot of my friends were severely progressive, left leaning, and I just couldn't really. I needed an outlet. You know what I mean?
For
So
sure.
that's how I came. That's how I came to be a fan.
Damn, Pay, thanks for all those lemons. Holy shit.
Thank you, Pay. I found Ethan through Medicare. I've always been a fan of Medicare, and I think I don't really remember how I found Medicare. It's probably from B, but I don't. That's a guess at best. But 2016 was a real line in the sand for a lot of people. That and you know, like I'm you can tell by my voice, I'm not old. I'm not like 80, but like it's easy for me to say that was the most divisive political topic in my life that I can recall. And I would say to a degree it was more divisive than 9/11, but during 9/11 there weren't a lot of people, including the media, was more center. You would center right, center left, generally, you know, before facts came out of what happened on 9/11 and things leading up to it. You generally had the American idea of bad guys did something, let's go, put some, I don't know, boots on the ground or foot in someone's ass, just something, right? But
Yeah.
Trump was very polarizing. And it wasn't, for some people, it was Trump, but it was the topics he was talking about that had a lot of people like, you know what, we do need to do something about this. You got a lot of other people going like, no, you're just one of those people. And you're like, like fuck you. Like is this how you want the country to be? And you had a lot of families and friends turning against each other.
Well, I was even red pilled by then. Like, I simply just didn't like Hillary. I thought she was a really pathetic candidate, and I thought Trump was hilarious. I never really was a big fan, but I'm like, oh, this is kind of fucking ridiculous. But like, burn it down. Like, this is fun, and that was enough apparently to piss people off, and it made me kind of realize. It kind of really made me realize, like, kind of people the left was made up of. So
Well, they'll
yeah,
turn. It
anyway,
seems like they turn on each other. Like I'm not. I don't know. I
exactly.
find hard to like politically identify with any label, but I would say I'm more right. But the left, they'll just murder each other. They try and purchase like cancellation insurance by virtue signaling, but
Yeah, yes.
you never get
I like
you never
that
pays back.
cancellation insurance.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
never
that's
heard
all
Yeah.
of
they're
it.
doing when they
Brilliant.
release like a dang rainbow Oreo or what have you.
I'm a big fan of the Rainbow Frog. Maybe not the end of the stream. I don't know, but just saying. The Rainbow Frog seems to make me happy in life. So
And
I would say I was not.
I
Good.
still don't really consider myself like very conservative, but I think conservatives have more fun, and it's way
Hell
easier
yeah.
to have real conversations with people. So yeah, I kind of like where I'm at right now.
We talked about this last episode of it's normally the passion, right? If you can have a pretty open conversation with someone from the right, and generally speaking, a lot of the views held by someone who has at least put a lot of thought into what they believe and why, it comes from a place of passion. It's I truly want the best for my family, my neighbors, things of that nature, and it surface level arguments from the right and the left. Generally, it's not the case with the left. Generally, with the left, it's a lot more the case of, well, we should just be accepting. It's like, okay, well, why? Well, because they feel bad. Okay, why is that my concern? Well, you're like, well, just put thought into what you're like. Just be passionate about whatever you believe in. If you're passionate about it, and you truly believe it, then I'll listen to you. I'll listen to that argument. I enjoy listening to people I don't agree with because I want to figure out how someone thinks and how they came to that conclusion, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm genuinely curious about the world. I love talking to everybody and anybody because everyone has something that can teach you. And I don't know. Um, I wouldn't want to close off any doors or opportunities to get to know people and get to see the other side because my opinions, they're not set in stone. You know what I mean? Like I have obviously my own opinions and my own morals and values, but you can always be wrong, and sometimes you just need to hear the other side of things to really establish your opinion, make it stronger, or you might even have to let some of them go.
I think changing your stance is something that maybe not changing your stance like the way our favorite streamer based on Make Alaska does, but
Not
maybe I'm
like the
pivoting that
wind,
much.
but
I'm saying like yeah, like just like you have to
it's
be able
healthy
to.
to challenge your ideas.
You should, and Raging Dissonant talked about this like 2 weeks ago, and it was I forgot the quote, but it was something to the effect of a intellectual, someone who can ponder something and fully think it out and not follow it. Like, why are you not questioning your beliefs? Like, if you want something to be bulletproof in your head, then question it to the fullest extent, to the farthest you can take it. Take
Yeah,
as much into consideration as possible and be like, am I thinking about something wrong? There's nothing wrong with that. If you change your opinion, then you change your opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. But just think about what you believe in and why. I truly think that's one of the more important things you can do in life is to at least figure out why you believe what you believe, why you have the thoughts that you do, why those thoughts lead to what emotions. Like question all of it goes back to your beliefs. So question it.
exactly.
I was muted on stream. I just gotta say, in honor of BamBam tonight, I switched up the music for some like lo-fi chill, and you guys were talking about like finding your true self and questioning your life and stuff, and the chill lo-fi music was playing in the background, and I was just like, this is fucking crazy. I'm gonna clip that out and use it as like an ad or something like that. And then Joe, of course, like throws in a baked Alaska meme because it's just fuck yeah. You know what's crazy?
Politisophical ASMR.
Yeah, seriously. You called into Who Gives a Shit and made like a Milo joke, and then they were talking about him all week this week. And that Milo shit's
really?
old. Yeah. Joe is the one feeding people ideas. Chat, we got chat up on the screen now. That's pretty cool. Chat, let me know if this stream's shitty because I'm trying it in 1080p. So we're trying out something a little different. Politisophical. That's sick. That's sick.
Were you able to find the Rydal?
Oh, like, yeah, I've got some stuff queued up. So essentially, what happened with him, Ryan Dawson, during a stream. Oh, that's what I needed to find. Yes. Let me find that real quick.
And dude, this wasn't even our first interaction. Like, I didn't randomly just have a hate boner for this guy. He came after me one day, in a Discord.
Who?
Ryan Dawson.
Okay, make sure we're talking about the right. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
No,
Yeah.
don't apologize. It is that crazy.
It was late at night, and I was talking about Japan with a few people because I lived there. I spent some time there. And he comes in to join the chat, and he likes to think he's like the authority on everything in Japan. He's like, no, like this is wrong. Actually, I knew this guy who owns several blah blah blah. He's like, I have all these connections. Like, you're completely wrong about that. And I'm like, okay, well, sure, you may be right. You've been there for longer than I have. You probably know more people than I do. And so I conceded, and I was trying to have a real conversation with him. I'm like, yeah, okay, you might be right, I might be wrong. Like, I'll accept that. And then he says something like, who lets women in this Discord? And I fucking lost it. You know,
Like,
I was being so
joking, or
I don't know.
I'm not defending him. I'm like, generally, that's. I mean, I don't know. This is normally the jokes in our circles of the internet, right? Is any dissonant, maybe not dissonant left, but I mean any far righty. It's always the joke of like, you know, women on the internet. And...
Sure. So
But I mean, but Ryan's got a good amount of female fans. Let's be honest. I've seen his groups.
So I made a little joke myself, and I said, I really hope your children never need a bone marrow transplant. He lost his
She
shit.
is a
He's
fucking
like, that's not true.
savage.
He's like, there's no way, like, it doesn't work like that. Yeah, he got totally pissed off.
Because he's got mixed kids.
Because he has half kids.
Half
He
kids.
sits halfway across the world commenting on American politics and American society, and he does nothing to contribute to it. He provides nothing of value other than like shitting on us all the time. And he's got half a children, and you know, what kind of life is he really living? Like, what kind of example does he provide? And so, I don't know, he kind of ticked me off. So I said that, and yeah, he lost his shit. But it's true. Biracial people have a hard time finding donors for blood and marrow transfusions for rare diseases, and a lot of them end up dying. So
I legitimately did not know that. That doesn't surprise me that it would be harder to find like my kids are, you know, here. So I imagine I have a pretty big fucking pool to pull from, you know. But if they weren't,
yeah, and he's
I'm
like
sure
American. He's American Indian and French, and then his kids are quarter that plus half Japanese. And so yeah, good luck, buddy.
I didn't know he was part French. I don't know if I'd admit that.
Something like that.
God, I'm sorry it's taken me so long to find this clip. I'm working.
We had a little
follow his brother?
spat. Well, anyway, we had a little spat on the Discord, and then I was chilling in VC with a couple people, and so at the end of the little spat, he jumps into VC and he says, "Oh, you know what? I didn't realize this is the chill stream Discord. No wonder everyone's so low IQ." and then he fucks off and just exits VC and exits the chat. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, what a fucking I won't say what I wanted to
Loser.
say. Well, yeah, what a loser,
Maggot.
exactly.
Yeah, what a maggot.
Maggot's fine. Yeah.
I caught it at the right
It
time.
depends on what platform we're on. I mean, I don't know. I think we need to finish that private conversation and flow. Probably not on air, but
Oh, you know what? I'm
just
kind of
after-
just like, I don't give a shit anymore. Because Odyssey exists, and like, I mean, we're not, you know, we're not popular enough to where mods are looking at our shit. So, I mean, I'm not too concerned about it, but I will just have to like, yeah, it'll get put up in the podcast too. I don't give a shit.
the iHypocrite. So we talked about this yesterday.
Motherfucker.
iHypocrite released a video this afternoon about just going to Odyssey full time. He was like, BitChute is never taken off the way it was supposed to. He was like, YouTube is shut. You know, I'm on strike 2 on my other channel on YouTube, and he was like, my other ones got strikes. He was like, I can't even do You Can't Stop Progress at half the platforms I've given money to over the years. He was like, just what am I doing? He was like, I just need to go full. He was like, for now on, everything's Odyssey. He's just gonna do the same thing as most other people are doing, where you're just going to Odyssey. Felix, was it Black Pigeon Speaks has been doing it. He's got his BitChute exclusives too, to a degree. But you're like, just why? Like, we all know that YouTube is not a home for anyone with our line of thinking. Period. You know, if you don't do makeup on 12-year-old boys or, you know, something
He
like that
died in
nature,
Spain.
you know, you don't have a home on YouTube.
Yeah, Odyssey's still bare bones, but it looks like the way to go for a lot of people. At least you have freedom.
I really hoped that YouTube was going to take off, but there seems to be a language barrier with some of their admins or their devs.
All right. If you want to hop in this screen share, this is going to make my CPU melt, but it's just a quick clip, so.
Now, can you drop it down to 720 temporary?
You know, I
So
don't
you
think
do
I can
that.
do that live. I'd have to stop the stream, so. I mean, as long as I'm not doing too much shit, I'm fine. All right. Let me pause.
I'm digging the.
Can you hear that?
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I might actually change it to this, because the trap music was fun, but like, if I play music during the interviews at all, I'm thinking now it should be a little bit more chill. Because wait till you hear yourselves talking the first like 10 minutes of this stream, with that kind of music. It was fucking really cool. My cursor's gone. After all that, my cursor has disappeared. Oh, Bessie. 1 second. Okay. I just literally have to press play and then we're good. Okay.
Did he die?
Fucking killed himself. And I know really good Epstein. No, he did kill himself. He was a drug addict and he killed himself. They actually died and he didn't want to live in prison forever and he killed himself. Fuck him. He can rot in hell with McCain. I fucking hated that guy. He ripped off so many people. He had all this money and he would still steal shit and stuff. And he was basically untouchable. Fucking whole island hated him. The whole town hated him. Guess who told the authorities where he was? This guy. So fuck him. And fuck his family. He died in Spain. Fucking killed himself.
Just ridiculous, bro. Like, unrepentant.
Dude, I don't know if you remember, but I called that out. I said, this guy, he's full of shit. He's lying about this. He didn't report shit. He's just doing whatever for clout. He said he was drunk on this stream,
So?
but the next day on Twitter, he was doubling down and then also calling him a pedo.
A pedophile, yeah. On top of that.
So, I mean, make all the excuses you want for being drunk, but that doesn't change the fact that you went on Twitter the next day.
No, don't fuck him. No, I don't think that he turned in info. I think that they're... Okay, so let's go surface level. It's not crazy to say that John and Ryan have similar places on the internet where they're the hip, cool guy that, you know, has been reading, you know, maybe a book about some scrolls of Zion, or things of that nature. They do a bunch of 9/11 research, but they're like the cool guys that take drugs and talk and say, fuck the Fed, and maybe he just didn't like him. Maybe because he was maybe Ryan copied him. Maybe, John blasted him in the past, and it just hasn't come out yet.
So we
I
got
don't
a
think
little.
he turned him in. I think that either it's the ultimate troll that John got all of us, or he legitimately was suicided. I don't. I'm
Yeah,
leaning
it could go either way.
towards
Really.
suicided, but I don't know. I mean, either way, it's. But that's Ryan's thing, right? Everyone's a pedo. I swear to God, if me or Flo had more presence on the internet, eventually Ryan Dawson would
Yeah.
have a Kiwi Farms, and it would be like, Flo's a pedo, he touched Joe's dog,
Well, it's
Joe
like, I mean, he's
made-
talking all this shit about a dead guy, too. It's not like he can defend himself. Alright, so real quick, we're going to run through this. Go ahead and watch that live again. I don't even know why I started up the hella good tunes back. Alright, I gotta make sure not to dox myself. Keep your eyes peeled, Flo. Ooh, fuck it
You
up.
see white girls fuck dogs. No, oh no, that's my email address. Sorry.
Yeah. Animalfetishporn.us. Excuse me. I don't know what came over me. Fuck. Where is it? You fuck. Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring
Bring
it
out!
up.
Bring them out!
Wow, look
I don't
who you got
remember
in
the rest of that
DMs.
song.
Flex
Oh,
much?
Can you see my DMs? Hush.
Twitter DMs.
Can you see his
Where
Twitter
can you see
DM,
my
really?
Twitter DMs? You're lying.
It's on
Why
your
did you
screen.
talk to her? Jesus, you fucking DJ.
There we go. Shut. My Twitter DMs are secure.
All you see is was it Truly TV? They used to be babe. Truly TV. Who do they used to be on YouTube? What was their old name? Barcraft. Like you just see Flo's messaging all those fitness models on Barcraft TV, where it's like, I'm
What's up,
15
Drum
and
Boy?
I've had 17 Brazilian butt lifts, and you just see Flo sliding in every single DM.
Just bam, 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 bam. Gratata. All right, here we go. You guys ready?
Sure.
All right, let me bring in another caller here. Let's see. Flo Euphoria, go ahead. You're on the kill stream.
What's up? How y'all doing?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Good, good. I just wondered, you called John McAfee a pedophile a couple times. Do you have any, hard evidence on that that's not hearsay?
Well, what do you want me to do? Go videotape it? I mean, that's what people said he did. I believe it.
Okay, yeah, so people said it, so that means he did it. That's
Yeah,
sound
I don't hear
logic, I
anyone else
guess.
down there having that said about him over and over again.
Notice how
all right.
clipped his
Well,
speech
that's
is.
it for me.
All right, thank you, caller. I appreciate it, Flo.
There is really no authority to report that to down there.
So,
What?
hearsay is enough for him to condemn you as a pedophile after you're dead. Just so you know.
Yeah, fuck him, dude. Like that's
I'm sorry,
that's bullshit
Joe.
Even
Yeah, I know. All right, well, are you ready for some gratification? Because it's coming in hot. So our girl BamBam over here just I wanted to title this BamBam Eviscerates Ryan Dawson, like after the old Ben Shapiro videos. So she's
Do
like,
it.
no, that's too
Too
much.
kind.
All right, I think that'll work.
from what I know
Honestly,
about
if I knew you were
Bam,
gonna label it Bam Bam's favorite cows, I probably would have taken the former. Yeah. No, that's all right.
We're gonna talk about Bathtub Boy and the Black Hebrew Israelites later, so the title will be relevant.
I worked in downtown Atlanta for about a year and a half recently,
We'll be right back.
and
Tell us
I
about
was very
your
sad
tell us
I
about your
never met-
Kangs.
Yeah, I never got to meet any Black Israelites. I saw a handful of BLM protests. Like in person, I was there for I got watch a couple of them. I was at work the day that CNN or there was a protest at CNN, right? And like I was at work, I was there when they shut down the interstate and they were blocking it with all the kings and queens of Atlanta. But I never got to see Black Israelites. I looked for those fuckers everywhere. Like, I remember watching a Medicare stream while I was working, and I was running around the city, and I was like, there's got to be these people somewhere. I stopped at every single place that people would just hang out at all day long, and never. I must have drove down 5 different Martin Luther King Jr. boulevards trying to find any resemblance of some Kangs talking about, kiss my boots and nothing. Even on, like, Martin Luther King's birthday, they weren't even out. I was so sad about that. I was like, why the fuck do I work in this city if I don't get everything this city has to offer? It's a disgrace. No
A
cap.
fucking
An enigmatic group of
disgrace.
fellas. Fucking disgrace.
Oh, that's baller. I can just mute the tab. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Bam Bam.
He's demoted to the cookout level.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Bam Bam, what's up?
Hi, Ryan. I just have a question for you. Why did you think? What did you think you were doing when you lied? How do you think that helped you at all?
Lied about what?
You lied about reporting him to the authorities, and you think that's good for
No,
your
I
brand?
didn't.
Hashtag
I reported
Ryan
him to
lies.
everybody. I didn't specifically
You did it
call
double
up the
front. You
FBI
pointed at
and
this
say
guy
something
talking
about a
about
guy
reporting to
who's not
authorities.
in hiding. Listen,
Yeah, okay.
he wasn't.
And you said
he
you want to
wasn't
trigger
on
the
the
libs
run.
as if the libs give a shit. And who are you really trying to trigger? Who are you after? You just lose all credibility.
People that
with your own
worship a
brand.
drug addict, sexual deviant, like he's some hero on the hill. This to me is like the people
Yeah.
like going around building a statue for George Fentanyl. The motherfucker died of meth and fentanyl. He whooped a
Sure, yeah.
gun out on a pregnant woman. Yeah, cops sat out his neck too long, whatever. He's not the guy to champion around, and neither is McAfee.
McAfee's no angel, and I don't avow his lifestyle. But let's talk about you for a second. You're discrediting your own brand. How are we supposed to take
No, I'm
anything
not.
you say
Nice
as truth? In
save.
fact, now you say he's a
Confidence.
pedophile, and we're supposed
Work
to believe
it.
that just because you said some guy said it?
I don't care whether you believe it or not. It doesn't matter.
Both of us
You're
are just
trying to
stunned
get clout?
into
You're just trying to
silence
stay relevant because it seems like you're 20 minutes
during
out.
the calls.
I
don't
don't
wanna
gain
talk
anything
over
from
it.
this. I have no motive to shit on McAfee. I personally don't like the guy. That's that. It doesn't give me shit. I don't spend any time on this. You know what I talked about yesterday? Not McAfee. We talked about
Okay,
Facebook.
You dedicated your stream to it the other day.
I had a
And you
stream
had
the day he
it,
died
you
because
did what?
everybody was acting like this because this discredits the Epstein case. Epstein did not kill himself. Epstein is way bigger deal than McAfee and totally different story. And I don't want that being kookified by the like
I
them
do agree
saying,
with
"Oh,
that.
look, he wrote Q on his Instagram and stuff." I can see it coming, and I'm nipping that before it gets the ball rolling. Because all the time, whether it's September 11th, to Epstein, whatever, I have to deal with the kook patrol. They create a tar baby out of a very serious topic. This guy ain't worth talking about.
Yeah, okay. And then you bring up the midgets, and you said that he tried to buy midgets from you or someone you knew, your dad or your uncle.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
my
So,
dad and uncle don't sell
if he was that
midgets.
close to you and your family, are you the credible source? He's a pedo?
Nice.
He ain't buying midgets from my family.
He ain't
They don't
buying
sell
midgets.
Does that make
My
you the
uncle's in the
credible
They
hospital
source?
right
don't
now.
sell them.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm sorry. Thank you, Ralph.
Thank you, Bam Bam. I appreciate
And
it.
hey,
We will
I got
purchase
nothing to do with them either.
You have no midget knowledge. So me either, for the record. I know nothing about any midgets ever. All right, Winston Fujimori.
And he 100% claimed that his dad and his uncle were friends with McAfee.
He said,
and they hung out
quote,
together.
He was fun to hang out with. Like,
Yes.
it's ridiculous.
Okay, so is this bullshit followed by so clarification on the midget thing, is this a twist on the fact that John said that Rogan took his midgets? Remember this?
Yeah, kind of.
100%. he ripped it from the Joe Rogan podcast and tried to apply it to his own life and his own experience and say, yeah, I was a part of that. I knew about that. He was really into midgets or something, and that proves he's a pedophile. That's the angle he was on.
So because you,
And
oh Jesus, all right.
it's just clear bullshit. Like, that's why I said. That's why I said earlier. Is like, how can we take anything you say as credible? You claim to know him personally. You claim that he was shopping around for midgets. You claim he's a pedophile when you like lied about reporting him to the authorities. Like, I just think, and like I said, like he's discrediting his brand. How are we supposed to believe anything he says if he's proven to be this disingenuous?
No, because I look at him different. Like, if you guys had told me this, I would have done my own research, alright? No offense. But with hearing it out of Ryan's mouth, you're like, wait. So then automatically you start questioning other things. Now, I'm not going to say it discredits everything he's ever done, right? I'm not that. But it's
Me neither.
Yeah, but it does bring into question, wait, hold up. So because you heard a rumor about a guy who did drugs, now it's, you know, the gospel? You're like, no, okay. So if you don't like John because he partied way fucking hard for a couple decades, you know, then whatever, cool. But like, no one said the guy was a moral authority. Like, shit, all of us watched the kill stream, but no one's championing Ethan as the king of the right. Okay, like, I like Ethan to a degree, but like, people are what they are, but let's not view them in a light that they aren't. No one's looking at John as some ultra trad, you know what I mean? Like,
No.
Red Pill, yes, based. I'd say he's pretty based, or, you know, was, whatever. But, like, I don't know. I don't think he's some, you know, he's not some authority on, I don't know, life choices? I don't know. But I mean, like, but that
Hell
doesn't mean
no.
he's a fucking pedo.
He's an eccentric millionaire, billionaire, whatever he is. Millionaire, probably. He's an eccentric dude, and he lives a wild life. And yeah, it's pretty fucking awesome. But he's not a great guy, and no one's claiming that. And just because you have a personal beef against his lifestyle does not mean that you get to go around just like spreading rumors about the dead man. You know, who are you to say that about him? It's basically what I was trying to get. That was basically the point I was trying to get across. Is that he's got no basis for these accusations, and I think it really hurts. I think it really hurts Ryan, him playing around like that. And what was really funny later when Dingo came on is he called him out for the fake accent too. So it just was fake accent. He's putting on like a fake Southern accent, which doesn't always show up.
Do you listen to a lot of Ryan Dawson before this? Does he always sound like he did in that those clips?
He had a major drawl the other night.
I've wondered. See, he's done that before, and I've honestly just assumed it was him really drunk and him just trying to cover it up or something to that degree, right?
I don't know. I've heard him speak quite a bit, and he doesn't always put on the Southern accent, but he did the other night, and Dingo noticed it. I kind of noticed it, but I just kind of chalked it up to, I don't know, maybe I haven't really heard enough, but yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. And like I said,
angry at him.
like I said, like Ryan Dawson, like he's very knowledgeable about conspiracy theories, but after getting to know him a little bit more, I would take a lot of what he says with a grain of salt.
I think from here forward, yeah. I think, for me personally, I think from here forward, I'm gonna have some issues, yeah.
Yeah, it's shitty. I mean, I didn't know him too well before this and everything, but this whole situation has kind of soured me on it.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see if some other stuff comes to light about his history with John.
Yeah, which I think is completely made up. I don't think they knew
Oh,
each
you
other
know,
at all.
I think it's all DMs, but yeah.
Well,
Dead
just
fast.
because they both lived in North Carolina at some point in their lives means they know each other? I don't believe it.
Oh,
I mean,
hell
I've
They're
never
at
yeah.
met
different
Martin
times.
Luther King, you
Check
know, but
out,
apparently we worked in the same area.
So check out the when you guys get a chance, check out the chat on the stream now. It's all fucking fancy and shit. God, we're polishing this fucker up.
That looks good. Nice.
I like that.
It's kind of fitting
John
with the
did there, buddy.
aesthetic. I don't know which one to go with. There's a bunch of different options, but this will do for now. But yeah, like I said, I mean, it's just, as someone whose brand is telling the truth and facts and stuff like that, you can't just be like, oh yeah, reliable sources. Especially something like that. Like, that's a crime of moral turpitude, for God's sakes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything completely against the guy. Like, I don't really think about him that often, but it was just fun to call in and put him on the spot, trash him a little bit. Especially after the first fight we had. You know, I was just having a little fun with him.
Yeah, you.
I think
you
it's
murdered
amazing
him
he
the
went
first
after
time.
you.
Really random. I don't know. Like, I'm a nobody in Discord, and he just felt the need to, I don't know, put up a fight with me.
Be an asshole.
Right.
So there you go, anecdotal and recorded proof that he's a little weird. He's a little sussy boy. So what made you what is Ross one of your favorite characters in the Medicare verse?
Yeah, in the Medicaverse, yeah, the whole bathtub boy incident,
Yeah.
it's pretty entertaining.
Rub-a-dub-dub, kids in a
Um,
tub.
and just listening to Medicare jump into VC with like his orbit of I don't know if I can use this word, his orbit of
Cattle.
friends.
Yeah.
His orbit of cattle, yeah. And just like everyone is like, I don't know. Sounds like they sniff glue in their spare time, and it was
Seriously.
like I have to laugh at Medicare sometimes because he really puts himself in the depths to get that inside source of things, right? And I don't know, I thought that was hilarious. And then you get all the aftermath of everything, people making videos about Medicare who barely knew him. And then you got Ross freaking out in a video and saying like, "Oh, you're not fucking," like, I don't know what he was doing, but I don't know, he's just insane.
I just can't.
That whole
I
Sagan
know.
calling the cops on him like killed me. It was so funny.
At least he was like, he dry snitched on himself 100%, you know? Like, there wasn't any question. And thankfully that's how it was, because he definitely would have done some weird shit.
I mean,
Yeah, so that was a really good one. I also was really into the We Was Kangs thing going on, like
Yes.
them
Yeah,
trying
We
to
Was
steal all our
Kings was
culture
pretty freaking great.
and
Yakub.
claiming that completely projecting on everything that they claimed that white people were doing. It was kind of ridiculous. I think they
So
said
which one did you like better? We Was Kings Part 1 or Part 2?
oh, I don't remember the difference. They just kind of blend together for me.
No, okay.
But
I have watched one multiple times, and then a buddy of mine was like, he said something, you know, like, I love the Part 2, and I was like, what? Somehow I missed there was a Part 2, and it just blew my mind. I was like, this story continues? Because like every Medicare video ends with, and then wait until the next chapter, and then like he never makes it, and then you're like, well, fuck, you know. But like to have that Part 2, it's like, oh, it's glorious. Because he did a podcast or a stream on that too, around like the anniversary of it, where he was covering the that guy. It was a inventor in Africa where he made the helicopter. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah. The helicopter, I think it couldn't even get up off the ground, right?
Yeah,
It
that
was
guy.
literally like made out of a shopping cart or some shit, right?
Yeah, it was something crazy. That's one of my favorite streams of his. I like to watch after the fact. Like in the moment, December slash, December 2019, January 2020, watching China and Wuhan. It was fucking insane. And then it was like watching the riots with Ethan live streaming where it was just amazing. But after the fact, all those African inventors, that guy that came out with like the mech army, you can see where there were just people with like,
he was a fucking asshole.
Ethan Ralph,
right,
live on
like
the
all those
low.
people with like
Sorry, Joe, go ahead.
hi, like the dryer duck, like a ghetto version of RoboCop. Is fucking amazing. I love that inventor.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite parts about that whole saga was when they're on the streets and they're talking about how they're gonna make slaves out of all the Asians and all the whites.
Cry, white boy, cry.
Yeah, and then the Jewish guy comes by and he's like, "What about the Holocaust?" And he's like, "Fuck," and they're like, "Fuck the Holocaust," and they're like, "Fuck the Jews," and the guy's like, "That's horrible, man. that's horrible." And he's like crying, and they're just like tearing into him. It's so funny. Yeah, I love that. I love all that stuff. That was probably like one of the best eras of the internet. I think was when Jim was making videos. And then you got
Yeah.
the cancer AIDS.
He got the real coup.
Did you see like the recent thing on Twitter? He so he's got an autoimmune disease as well as the cancer, unfortunately.
Yeah, I heard about that a long time ago. People were claiming that that's why he had so much time to make videos, is because he had I can't remember what it was called. It was an autoimmune disorder, and so that's why he had so much free time to dedicate to this kind of thing, and which is something I believe. A lot of people are claiming Jim's a Fed, which I highly doubt, because I do notice like a lot of spelling and pronunciation errors in his
yeah, no, he said lattice instead of lattice in one of his videos recently.
Without saying it on air, you do know what his previous career was, right?
I actually do not know that.
I don't know if I want to say it on air. I'll
just
message
DM
you.
it. Yeah, DM it.
Yeah,
to
but
me
it
too,
does
'cause I
make
think I
sense.
know,
Once
but I'm
you
not sure.
figure out what he used to be, you're like, now I get like why once you started focusing on this side of the internet, why you pay attention to details the way you do.
I'd say nightclub bouncer.
Yeah,
That makes you hate
there you
people.
go. They're
Oh,
like,
wait, was I right?
no, but
Oh,
like the only
something
thing
like that.
would be fitting is like a special education school security. Yeah, so he was like a literal tard wrangler, where he's just like the security for the autism school.
Wait, are you shitting me right now?
No,
Is
I'm
that what you
saying-
really did?
no,
Oh,
I
okay.
wish. I
Yeah,
fucking
I
wish.
mean, that would make sense. Yeah, I know. I tried to dig into a little of his history, but a lot of it's convoluted, and there's a lot of misinformation mixed in, so I'm not really sure. I didn't hear about what he did for a living before, though.
Yeah, he let it. He fucked up on one because I've watched them as they came out generally. He said said something along the lines of it, and then like a year later, someone from his old career reached out to him, and they said something to the effect of, "Hey, I'm so and so. I used to work in the such and such district or region or area, whatever it was," and then and he was like, "Oh, that's cool," and then just kind of like kept on moving, and I'm like, I don't know if I would have read that out loud. Like, if you saw that in the chat, you could be like, well, maybe it's a crazy person making shit up, But he fucked up and read it out loud. So I'll DM you in 1 second. So what else has been going on Twitter, Flo?
Let me see. Not a whole shit ton. Actually, let me go through my retweets. Oh, Joe, you're kind of like Medicare in the way that like your mic is like his mic. I actually I told him, I said I was gonna buy him like a different mic because his voice is so like just good sounding, like he's got a good voice. So, but I actually kind of like the mic that he has because it gives me that Medicare vibe.
I didn't know that Medicare had a really expensive mic.
Yeah,
and fucking
he
makes
made
it shitty on purpose.
Yeah, to sound like a Call of Duty mic or something.
I fucking love that.
Well, it's a throwback to the good old days when you first started streaming.
There's an arrest warrant out for Chris Hansen because he failed to appear in court.
Okay, so I saw that thumbnail right before I jumped on air, so I didn't have a chance to watch the video. What happened? And please tell me it involves ICP or one of the 9 people that said that Onision touched them when they were no spot when they were 25 years old.
The cameo crew.
Fucking horror.
EDP 445's revenge is on the way. But nah, I think he just failed to appear in court.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did he have a laptop that was supposed to go to the feds? That had Shiloh's rap on it, but they forgot to get turned into the real cops because he was playing cops with a con artist that makes web designs, or no?
Something like that. Sounds accurate.
You're talking about the fall from fucking grace.
So,
I mean, fuck Ryan Dawson. Let's talk about Chris Hansen. That's a piece of shit.
I know he fucked. He had such a good thing and he fucked it all up. So real quick, Medicare has cancer, like lymphoma. That's a type of cancer, right? Lymph node cancer, and an autoimmune disease called Hashimoto's. So,
of course, he would get a Japanese naming disease. Fucking weebo.
So I think the type of lymphoma that he has is called indolent lymphoma, and when he first let people know about that on Twitter, people went to the indolent lymphoma Wikipedia page and changed the also known as to Medicare Coof.
God, he's such a fucking hero.
So the NFL posted this week a thing on their Instagram that said NFL is, and then it had a bunch of shit go across, or like football is, not NFL, but like football is, you know.
I don't understand that though. Like, why?
Beautiful,
what's the point?
Football is queer, life, exciting, transgender, bisexual, strong, gay. Like they just put all that stuff in it. So the NFL, football is gay. They said it themselves, yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not disagreeing.
I'll read you this because I just found this to be hilarious. This is just one of those Twitter things. Fuck. Where's his... Okay, well I can't find the part 2.
I say we just go full Ryan Dawson and start making shit up. I hear that Medicare, he fucks horses. He is Mr. Hands.
He loves the horse cock.
Yeah, he was the guy that was holding the horse right up next to the guy that died from horse cock. That was Medicare. That's the only known video of Medicare, is him steadying the horse.
Riding a horse bareback.
I don't think you said it right the first time. It's called Horseymoto's disease.
Horseymoto's.
You got it from
fucking
horses.
Did you ever watch Corey in the House?
Yeah. I may have.
But I was talking to
it was like a Disney show back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s.
Did it have the
2006 maybe?
So last week I was talking to a family member about Corey. What's his name? Getting arrested for
That's what we're
fucking
talking
pedo
about.
shit.
Yeah, his name's
Yeah, so it is one of the pedo Corys. Awesome.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, that's
Yet
just...
another Corey.
He's now
What is
claiming...
with these Corys?
He's now claiming that the mother of the girl raped him. It's her whole clusterfuck of a situation, but Geeky shouted it in chat, so I figured. But here, let me read
There's
this
been
real
some
quick.
allegations around Corey in the past, and I'm not gonna go full fucking all on it,
Right.
but let's be honest, I don't think if you believe 20% of what has come out in the pretty legitimate Pedowood documentaries that have come out over the past couple years, I don't think it's a fucking stretch to say that maybe a coked out Hollywood actor may have diddled a couple 15-year-olds. You know what I mean? Like, it's not crazy to say, you know?
It's not. So I just have one question though. He claimed the mother of the girl raped him. Well, were they white? Because he may have some backing there.
I saw something like this on Instagram. But yeah, that'd be good to look into.
They do. You know what they say about white women? They fuck dogs.
I have an email address. It's joeschmo@whitegirlsfuckdogs.com. Please send me any fan mail, song recommendations, anything related to the stream.
Do you want that? I'll get that for you.
No, I have it. I literally
you did it.
called
Okay.
Joe Schmo at White Girls Fuck Dogs right after I was harassing Rim Dickman to go get Rim Fat Dickman at whitegirlsfuckdogs.com.
Fucking it up.
Because I truly believe Rich Dickman needs to have Rich Dickman at White Girls Fuck Dogs and have it the official email for that podcast. Instead of that slut's name attached to some email address just because she wants to whore herself out on fucking Twitter and con me out of $300 like a fucking slut.
Did she? Which one are you talking about?
The one that said that Rim had feelings for her and tanked the last podcast.
Oh yeah, that one. Okay, I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, she fucked me out of $300, literally.
What did you do with $300?
Well, I hired her.
When?
This was on the
cameo?
voicemail.
You didn't pay $300 for the fucking cameo.
No, it was the counseling session. Remember?
Oh
I
yeah.
talked to you and Rim about this shit.
You're too fucking esoteric for me, dude.
It was fucking.
That was like 10 years ago.
That was like 3 months. That was like 3 months ago we talked about this.
She provided him subpar therapy care. There's this guy that we know named Rem Dickman, and he was on this really popular World of Warcraft podcast. But then, like, the other co-host was a female, and her husband claimed that he was in love with his wife, and it just got all weird.
Because it's impossible for men and women to be friends. Someone has to catch the feels, right?
Well, unless they're both ugly.
They both are ugly, kind of.
Jules wears enough makeup that I'm pretty convinced if you scraped it off, you would find a 20-year-old stacked on top of a 30-year-old disguising themselves as a 50-year-old with the makeup on.
Fuck.
Allegedly, you know what I'm saying.
I can't remember my password for whitegirlsfucksdogs.com.
You don't fucking save your passwords.
Well, not anything related to the Kiwi farms. I always use a different password than what my normal password is.
You distrust them that much?
Yes. Well, well, there's a lot of people that want to hack them. I mean, they're getting DDoS right now.
You know, I didn't think about that. I have Apple, so I don't do it all the time, but I try to utilize the make a password for me, and then it just saves it. Because if it's something that that if my phone got lost and I lost access to that account, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But it is something like, I want this secure, I just am not super worried about, you know what I mean? Like emails or not emails, all of them, but some email accounts where you're like, if I lost it, I would get over it eventually, you know? Like that, I'll just fucking generate that shit.
I feel you.
It's kind of like phone numbers, like,
Uh-oh.
I don't know,
Do
like,
we
what do
get it?
people that get arrested a lot do? I guess they remember phone numbers. I
Yeah,
don't
they'll
know.
probably remember one, just like their lawyers. You ever been arrested, Bam Bam?
I used to have so many phone numbers on tap. Now I don't remember any of them. Like I don't know any of my friends' phone numbers. The only phone number I know is my mom's, but that's it.
So don't say it, but do you remember the house number that you grew up in? Because I still do.
Oh, of course.
I got it.
And I remember the phone number from that too as well.
Yeah,
But,
like I remember the house I grew up in, my mom's cell phone from back then, my dad's office number from back then, one of the grandparents' phone number, and like my best friend's phone number from elementary school. Like I can still remember them.
That's
Well, yeah, so
good.
like
You got a good memory. My memory
Nobody's
shit.
even contacted me at floweuphoria@whitegirlsfuckdogs.com, and I just use that as like my voicemail call-in for all the shows this week. So
Okay,
better
you know
get
what?
those
I didn't
numbers
actually
up.
realize this was a real email. I thought you guys were fucking around.
No, yeah,
Oh,
you can
that's
email
real.
it to me if you want.
Do you own that domain?
No,
That's so funny.
Jersh does.
Jersh? Who's that?
Josh from Kiwi Farms.
Oh my god, it's real.
yeah.
That's
Shit, I closed that tab. I don't know how to get back into that fucking email account.
Lolcow.email, I think.
Locale.email.
Yeah, so they have deaglenation.tv, which is that's an old school thing. I love animalfetishporn.us. That's a great one. Autism.exposed, Muslims.exposed, Gamergate.us, lolcow.chat, deadname.info. Let's see.
Yeah, I remember that
Kiwi
one.
Farms is up. Look at that. Their DDoSes are failing.
Okay, so let's write an email to Flow EUDHORIA
Yep.
at whitegirlsfuckdogs.com.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Like and subscribe. Give us a follow.
Let's see. We're live on Odyssey right now. Nobody watching.
So how do I do attachments? Oh
what happened
no.
with Spez? Did Spez
He
run
hopped
off?
in, but then he hopped out. He said he'd come back another time.
He's just being
He's
teased.
watching Return of the King.
Is that a show?
Why? That's the Lord of the Rings. Why?
I don't know why. I gotta fucking.
Spez, if you're listening, Bam Bam wants you on the show. If you're listening, Spez, come to me.
I think that may have already happened.
I don't know what you're implying, but stop.
I think we need to have a podcast on Goyim TV. Just saying.
I'm trying, bro. I gotta hit that guy up again.
Dude, do you have to ask to stream on there?
Yeah,
Because
you
I saw
can't
the
just
screen
do it.
report.
You have to
Oh.
get, you have to get the RTMP from the guy that runs it.
Have you reached out to a friend report and see if they got
Yes.
any?
Yeah, that's how I know that, because I was trying to find it on the website. Oh, maybe. Oh, let me check actually, because maybe it just unlocked it.
I went to I did like the screen record, so I was messaging the other day about Goyim, and I was like, oh, like let me go pop over to who's streaming over there to be like if we would fit in. And I screen recorded, and it has, Uncle Adolf, childhood. The next one was friend report. The next one was Christianity in the United States. The next one was white replacement, and then the one underneath that was Trump is a Jew. And I was like, you know what? These are our people. These are our friends.
Fuck.
These are half the people I follow, anyways.
Alright, let's see. Upload. It's not a vaccine.
So, what is a unrelated streamer that you follow, Miss Guest?
You forgot my name already?
Huh?
Yeah.
No, it's going to go like bam bam. Like, I don't know, I can only say it
Bam,
like,
bam.
a few times.
I call her Bam sometimes. Like
Ba-bam.
Bam Margera. Ba-bam.
Don't ever get banned, I swear to Christ. If I see that
Bam, bam.
there's a Twitter account I follow that I just have notifications turned on, and all they do is post when Twitch streamers are banned. So you'll just have the name and the reason, and then like a link for the video. And I never want to see banned BamBam. Like, the title in itself would be entertaining, alright? But I don't want to see it though.
I'll be the best sex you will ever have.
Damn,
Oh,
Chris
yeah,
was so
so
hot back in the day.
When
I had the biggest crush on him.
Really? Hanson?
Yeah.
Well, like, when he was
yeah, but
really young, he did actual, like, journalism.
Yeah, when I was a minor, I had a huge crush on
Yeah,
him.
he did something about, like, the crack epidemic in Chicago or some shit. So, I want to show you guys something real quick.
Then we'll go back to what happened to him in court. Because I got sidetracked, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I should have played that right when that happened, but I'm stupid, so. Give me one sec. How to do this? I think I want to yada yin and yada yang. And then
So while he does that, are you familiar with Chagget? Bam Bam?
Oh, yeah, a little bit familiar with Chagget.
So we've talked about him for the last couple episodes, and I actually watched the full debate with him and PPP, and I'm not a big fan of PPP. With that said, though, I actually really did enjoy that stream, stream, not podcast. It was I really liked it. That was a good. I don't know if it was good quality, but it was good content, and it is best summarized by one of the comments that I read. That was Chagget just sat down for a 3-hour interview with a school bully. And I was like, that's so fucking fitting, because the entire debate was PPP giving him life advice while bullying him about his father, and it was glorious.
Yeah, that's worth the 5 hours for sure. Okay, last thing, Bam Bam's got a scoot, but one more thing real quick.
Thank you for coming. I really did enjoy this.
This is a journey through time and space. Let me get it pulled up.
Is it back when Metacrew smoked?
Yeah, this is all post-Medicare probably, unfortunately. Like, post-Medicare content.
Oh, I just watched Frank Castle on someone else's.
Where the hell? Oh, God. Incog. That's what it's called.
That's where you hide the tranny porn.
It is.
Something about line trap is it's that lady cock. It does something.
This shit's so bad.
I'm enough of a Republican, I can admit it.
Oh, I muted the wrong stream.
Oh.
Don't drop.
Is this my send off?
Yes.
Oh, it sounded like I was getting killed. Flo, Euphoria, go. Lightning round.
Boogie, I hated you more before this show, so congrats on that. Frank, don't drop Boogie's dogs. Don't drop the dogs.
I won't.
Do not.
Okay,
That's one
okay.
thing you can't do. No, I won't.
Yeah, that's one thing you can't do.
I won't support that. Anything else, I'll ignore. I'll just turn a blind eye.
I got a
He
feeling
is
Boogie's
slosh.
again where it's like
Slosh.
posted on Twitter.
Oh my god, Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Sloshed, literally. What are
Yeah,
the
can you hear me?
chances?
Yes, lightning round gun.
Yeah.
Mr. Hassel,
Amazing.
Mr. Chad King. You're
What
pretty
up?
good at
I said you're pretty
maybe
good at
even a
baiting.
master. I've always
Master.
You
wondered,
sound
like,
pretty sloshed.
what do you think causes people to thank you for your service after you've been hassling them?
Usually I ask or I tell them to thank me for my service. Because I think it's really
And
funny
maybe-
to just be a total piece of shit and then say, "Oh yeah, I'm a veteran. Can you thank me for my service?" And they're just like, "Oh yeah, okay, thank you."
It's crazy. Like 9 times out of 10, they just do it.
Yeah, like I've been abusing them and like treating them like garbage, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, thank you, sir."
Thank you.
It's-
Please leave. I fucking love
yeah,
it.
very funny.
So a lot of people have been saying that that gun was like a 44 Magnum or something. Can you attest to anything like that? Because it seems like to me, Boogie would have like a bitch boy caliber, like a 380 or something.
My knowledge of guns is super limited. I'm honestly not sure. I was trying to
Hmm.
see if it was real or not. Honestly, when he
It's
walked
like a
out.
prop gun.
Yeah, because I thought maybe this guy's got it. Because he said he had an AR,
Like-
and that was a lie. So it's like, he's
Like the
probably got a
gun
prop
at the
gun.
end
You know?
of Roger Rabbit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Got some plastic
Yeah,
thing
at
that
the
I
end
could
of
take
Roger
and
Rabbit.
pistol whip him with or something.
Yeah, I'm surprised Boogie pulled out a
He
real
might
gun.
like
To
that
be
one.
Hell
honest,
yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
he doesn't seem like the type.
Gonna go all hassle doctrine on him. Well, man, thank you
Yeah.
for your service. Keep up the good work, dude.
Thank you, bro.
Don't
Appreciate
drop
it.
those dogs.
You too.
I'm high enough I can't figure out which flow's the real one talking.
Thank you for your service. Max.
Our flow is muted.
All right, let's see.
That's
Flo,
past
what's
Flo.
up, man? Are you gonna play clips or ask a question?
That's
I'm gonna
you're
just-
listening to
This
Flo.
was Flo
the-
like a couple days
going
ago.
on?
Okay, all right. Go
Oh,
ahead.
there
You have a
we
question
go.
for Mr. Hassel.
Oh,
Frank Hassel, I called in when Boogie called into this show so many months ago, and I just wanted to say I appreciate you for sticking with the cause, doing what's right, giving
Thank
us
you.
inspiration every day.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
We
Flo.
always fight for the just cause. I knew that justice would be in my favor because I didn't do anything
Thank
wrong.
you for your service, sir.
I love
salute
how
you.
Hassel was going on about how he has
Thank you.
faith in the justice
And
system.
aboard the return.
I know, it's great. He's the victim
Thank
in
you for that
this.
as well. You know what? I do think it is just crazy. Like the, the turn of events, I guess, since it all happened. We talked about the commentary channels and some others.
Yeah.
We're acting like you were Satan incarnate, and now you've been cleared by the authorities. Boogie himself
Yeah.
is under indictment, facing charges. Could go to jail.
Cleared.
Yeah, you
for
should.
what-
And
I
exonerated.
hope they put him under the jail.
I mean, it sounded like they, it's possible. The only way that he might get away with it, Doug, is cost a lot to house that motherfucker.
Yeah, for real. They
you
have
know.
to transfer them back and forth in some sort of one of those slings they used to move
Yeah.
whales under a helicopter.
All right, that's it. A little history of Flo calling into the kill stream.
Ricada. That's who he was on. I watched the Ricada thing
Yeah,
you sent me.
didn't I-
With,
yeah.
That was great, dude.
That was pretty. I enjoyed that.
Bring the fire.
Well, Bam Bam.
Anyway,
Thank you for stopping
yeah,
by. That's On the Low, episode 36. Bam Bam, or
yeah, it
37.
was really fun.
37. Bam Bam and
Had a
her
great time.
cows.
Thank you. for coming. Please come back.
It was great chatting.
I
with
think
you.
that
Have
all
a
of you should bow to me
great
as
rest
the
of the
grand
night.
poobah of this
Bye.
stream for my infinite
Thank you.
wisdom.
Grand
Oh,
Poobah, right?
Grand Poobah over her. She left. Okay. Ooh. I had more. Okay, listen to this. This is just a tweet that I saw that I thought was funny. Baby, wake up. We gotta go. Our anniversary pictures made it to trad Twitter, and they're getting super pissed we aren't married, and they're clowning on me and stuff. Peering out the window. I'll explain what that means later. Just get packed. And then someone else is like, cut to a black van outside the WASP residence. Inside, the camera pans to two agents in suits. They've been watching Boss Baby for over 6 hours, she says, her eyebrows raised. The other agent turns, but Boss Baby is only an hour and 37 minutes long. End.
What the fuck?
It's just some weird schizo thing I found on Twitter.
I like that.
Our anniversary
I don't
pictures
know why.
made it to trad Twitter, and they're pissed we're not married yet.
It's funny how Twitter just picks up around. I mean, like this is a years old argument, but it's funny how something will just take off on Twitter, and then everyone you know is commenting on an account that no one's friends with, and you're like, how did anyone find this? You know what I mean? Like, who? I like finding out that. Just dig deep to be like, who found this, and who were they following, and who followed them, and it's just, you know, the right person checks their Twitter at the right time, and it just fucking takes off, you know? I mean, hell, there's crypto coins that have taken off just because, like, 2 or 3 people happen to mention they invested in it, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, crypto right now is just a big ass pump and dump scheme.
So, so I'm in the school of thought that Elon is making a lot of money pumping and dumping on this shit, which goes back to
me guilty.
Okay, so I watched all of this. So give me 1 second, then you can play that.
Oh, do you have a good do you know the timestamp for this particular video, like when he goes off?
No, because I watched it on iHypocrite, then I found the original and just watched
good.
like 20 minutes of this
You
shit.
gotta let me know my DMs are open. Jeez.
Oh, I wasn't. Like I saw it. Oh, they're not fucking open.
Well, I closed them now. Luckily, there was nothing super secret in there.
Super secret. You see like a bunch of dick pics.
This is incog. I keep forgetting which one it is.
Fuck, I don't know. Oh, the Tesla's made more money holding Bitcoin than they have selling cars over the last, you know, whatever period of time. And you can't deny that it's market manipulation on Elon's part, let's be honest. I think it is. I mean, I think that he's not stupid, you know?
I'm sorry, say that last thing again. Fuck, I just opened Brave.
That Elon's doing market manipulation through speculation on crypto.
I think he's probably just insider trading, where it's like he'll tell somebody with a lot of money what to buy, and then they go and buy it, and then it fucks up the whole thing, so he's like indirectly just profiting off it. I don't know, we'll see what happens with the like, you know, how the Teslas keep going, because honestly that company's just been afloat because government grants. Like, I don't think they would ever report a profit without the government.
Well, I mean, they're running as a tech company. They're you know, they lose money in the first 10 years. Now go back to the first Tesla, which was the Lotus Elise. That was the modified Lotus Elise, right? So if you take that out of the equation and just look at Tesla mainstream, it's been what, 5 years? Ballpark. You know, Model X and 3, and then the Y. So I mean, you know, go back to what, 5-6 years ago. You know what I mean? So if they start turning a profit in 4 years, then they're on par for a tech company. But they're structured like a tech company too. They're not structured like an automotive company. But all that aside, they've made more with crypto than they have other things.
If anybody wants to join, feel free. The call lines are open.
So is Flo's email and DMs.
Yeah, let me see. Dick pics from Joe Schmo. I think I remember that. Have you seen Empire of Dust?
No, it does not ring a bell.
So, have you ever seen that meme where there's the Asian guy and he's like, it's all so tiresome?
Yeah.
That's from that movie, and basically what it is like China goes into Africa to try and rebuild some infrastructure so they can get some natural resources out of Africa. But like basically the African people are so we'll say they're unaccustomed to Chinese work ethic, so they literally can't get anything done. The gas gets stolen. They have to go through like 10 steps just to get gravel rock because the guy never answers his phone and yada yada yada. But it's on YouTube, Empire of Dust. It's pretty good.
Is it a comedy?
No, it's like a documentary, but it's banned in a lot of places because it's a little too real.
I wonder why. Empire of Dust?
Yeah.
I'm downloading it right now then. Yeah, if you type in Empire of Dust, as I finished DUST, it was like Empire of Dust Chinese guy.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's it. Yeah, Empire of Dust, China and Africa mirror 1 hour 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's only an hour and 20 minutes. For some reason, that particular video is like 20 more minutes on it, but.
Yeah, I've seen this clip. It's a Chinese guy talking to a black guy. And it says, look at your railways, high technology from the 1930s. I've seen parts of this movie. Yeah, this is, God. It's funny how, like, you discover these movies and you're like, I've seen so many clips of this, but I never, like, sat down and watched it, you know? Like some kid movies, right? Like, you like as, memes and GIFs took off, especially now that you have them on, like, Facebook Messenger and shit. You have all these clips of movies that, Zoomers have never seen the movie, but they've been using the reactions for years,
Yeah. Yep, it's that's the funny thing about memes. You can never tell. Like sometimes you'll use them and you won't even know where they're from, and then later you'll find it and it's like, oh shit. And it happens a lot like with TikToks and shit because you'll hear a song or whatever. And and then you'll actually someday find out, oh, this is that TikTok song. Or it sucks for the artists that they just get like
alligator, crocodile, that guy. That's a good example. Where it was just, he just blew the fuck up on TikTok,
Let's see.
Oh, occasionally I'll pop it on Vice and see what those cucks are up to. And I'm looking at a video of a man that you could best describe him as the meme of syndrome of Down. That guy, the big forehead that's like rocking the fuck out with Down syndrome in a rock band. You know what I'm talking about? Syndrome of a Down.
Oh yeah. SOE.
And it's a picture. Yeah, it's a picture
System
of a guy.
Down? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's a meme of a guy with Down syndrome.
Oh,
looking all Down syndrome.
Yeah.
And he's holding a microphone, and it's like Syndrome of a Down because he's like flailing his arms around like he's in a rock band. And it's a Vice video. It says, disabled but not defeated. The rock band with learning disabilities. And you're like, you seriously interviewed a rock band with Down syndrome? That's fucking amazing.
I bet they had some really pattern rich music or something.
Yeah, I'm sure it's full of hot takes. A couple videos down, Missouri's half-naked hacky sack champion, a local legend. And you're like, what happened to you, Vice? You guys used to be good,
Oh shit.
It's like barcraft. That's all this is. It's just barcraft. You know what I mean?
You said it's what craft?
Barcraft. Barcraft, which is Truly TV. We've thought about them before.
Oh, okay.
Those, like, my 500-pound life on YouTube, or it's like, it's those bullshit videos where it's like, I'm 99% covered in tattoos and got a makeover to surprise my mom, like those kind of videos.
Oh, you want to see something funny? I just found that I was meaning to catch this live, but it kept not. Oh yeah, you can see it. You got it up on the screen.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh no. The fuck is that?
Okay, hold on. I'll show you. I know it looks like it'd be horrible, but it's not. I haven't seen this, so.
Surfer!
Oh, fuck, buddy. Who do we got here?
Looks like we've got Andy fucking Worski in this motherfucker!
Who is it, buddy? Who do you fucking got?
You motherfucker! You think you can fucking stealth girls, buddy?
You can fuck with us, bro, buddy.
You think you can fucking distribute CP with Ethan Ralph, buddy?
Fucking guns.
Get the news, buddy!